Stand by for the opening night of the National Television Service.
Dude, me trying to open a condom.
Couldn't be me.
Never have, never will.
And I'm proud to be an
American.
What?
Am I supposed to be recording?
Levy, it's
It is
always
recording.
recording.
No. So the way this works, Levy, is every camera is essentially a monitor that gets brought back to her screen, and she is recording one monitor at a time.
So it doesn't have to have a. It just.
Nope. In fact, you don't want to have it recording. If it's recording, I think it doesn't send a signal to her.
Got it. Okay.
So
I
no,
just wanna-
That's a
I
good-
fucking appreciate you
I was gonna say,
asking.
great question
because Jesse
off the
didn't.
top of the episode.
Jesse didn't.
Perfect time to ask that question. Hey guys, does green mean recording?
Oh fuck me, dude.
Like,
God.
I
I've
thought
never
green means go, guys. Green means go. Okay. I like how I like how there's like some truly atrocious moments in the history of our show. And I love how Jesse forgetting to hit record on, and so the thing is, it's lost to time. I forget if it was going well up until we found out that
It
wasn't
wasn't going
recording.
well after we found out. I can
I
tell
remember
you that.
part. No, it was going badly.
Fucking hell. Dude, this is unnecessarily difficult. Dude, by the time you open the game, you're like, you want to just fuck? Holy shit.
God, someone's not very good with his fingers.
I'm not good with my fingernails. I keep them trimmed and proper and ready for inserting. Holy shit. I will never cut the inner walls of a vagina with my nails. God damn, that was unnecessary. Deeper is inherently a funny word.
Can we just get a sound bite, whatever, like, and now on to the deeper section. Deeper, deeper, deeper.
Hiya! The whole thing just deeper right there?
The whole thing's just deeper.
Hiya. Cool. Deeper. Probably. Actually, oh wait, what am I thinking? You keep one stack over there. I'll keep one stack over here. Is that a deep or what is that?
Deep.
So give me some of the deep and I'll give you some of the icebreaker.
And are we both going to answer both questions?
No. It'll be one way or the other. Which, well, I mean, I guess I should read the rules, but I think that sounds the most fun. Here's the thing. I think we're gonna read the question, and there's gonna be an obvious funny thing to say about it, and I think we should move on from it once we've found the initial funny.
Yeah, I agree. Or there won't be a funny thing, and yeah, we won't.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
not yes and it to death. Let's move
Step
through.
up. Time to put down your phone and learn about how you spend 99% of your time.
Fuck.
Divide the cards into 3 designated piles: icebreaker, deep, and deeper. How to play. The person who most recently sent a text to their partner is the first to draw a card. Pull from whichever deck you prefer and answer/ask questions as directed. Players take turns reading and answering the questions. You can either both answer the same card or answer each one by yourself. It's up to you. Use these cards to stimulate and create a dialogue between you. We are.
That was the whole point.
We are so here for any form of love, whether it's new or established. Some questions in the deck are mostly applicable to long-term relationships, so if that doesn't apply to you, simply draw another card. Or if you can even take a guess at what the answer might be once you reach that point in your relationship. Play until you feel you've reached a new level of your relationship, and above all, remember to have fun. Cool. All right.
Zach, I like how you're so confident about everything else, but you're like not the strongest reader, so your voice got noticeably quieter. No, you nailed it. You nailed it. Not a single mispronunciation. You just went down to kind of like this register.
Well, so what I do, that's what I used to do in class to survive. I would slow down Because I'm like looking ahead as I'm reading. I'm not reading the word I'm looking at, but still I'm gonna make a compilation of every time you make fun of like me reading things. You motherfucker.
This is what the liberal elite thinks of us, guys.
Fucking despise.
Okay, so whoever goes first, I sent a text to Lily at 7:51 p.m.
No, I think today it's between us.
Well, they said your partner, so
Yeah,
I
and
guess-
in this game we are
okay,
fucking.
So you sent me a text.
I
last.
did, but you called me.
They said text.
I did say text. That was technically a Facebook message.
Okay. Well,
No, okay, no. It's-
I was like, we promised not to get
Oh,
too
hold
deep
on, hold
into
on,
it.
hold
This
on.
is the instructions.
Mute your phone.
All right. And guys, it's time to turn off our phones and be present in the moment now.
Levy,
with
is your
me
phone
and
off?
Zack.
It is a good call.
Levy men,
We're fucking professionals here.
you can answer some of the questions, Levy men.
I talked to him. Levy knows to shut his fucking trap.
Thank you so much. I very much appreciate hearing
I can
that.
speak my truth to you, Levy. Don't point
Let's
at my
just try
foot.
and make this a little bit more of a sensual podcast where we actually. Oh no! Now you're gonna hear every creak of the table as my fat ass leans in closer to it. All right. And
Okay,
now,
hold on, are we-
After that, you're gonna hear a slightly staggered breathing, sometimes interrupting my sentences because my lung
shit, I guess
capacity
I
has
have
been
to.
diminished.
Okay, I guess I have to stay down.
Shorty. All right, let's start.
Shorty, I'm too tall. I was clipping out of the fucking. Man, should I just fix that?
No.
You say no.
Why did I say no?
Yeah,
Oh, because.
it didn't really fix it.
Oh
How
no.
am I that close in? I need to like slide. You know what? I just won't. It'll be fine. Who gives a fuck? One person watches this.
Yeah.
It's not that serious. Okay, so I kind of just read the instructions. I don't know what I'm going to cut in, but the game is called Deeper, right? That was called, Julian. Let's Get Deep. The game is called Let's Get Deep. It's traditionally played between. This is dumb. Let's restart.
No, we had
I don't like that intro.
We had some killer banter.
No. We can use the banter. I'm saying I don't want this. Fucking okay.
I'm
No, this is
Zachary
fine.
Whitson. You're in a lot of trouble.
Oh fuck me, dude. Maybe after the game.
I was gonna say we're gonna get pretty close during the game.
All right, Julian. I'm gonna start off with an icebreaker. There's three different stages. There's icebreaker, deep, and deeper, and the questions get progressively raunchy.
So icebreaker is like where did you park your car today, and then deep is like who did you last fuck, and then deeper is like would you fuck me? Is basically how it goes. I think, based off of the back of the box.
Based off of the back of the box. You ready?
All right.
I'm
So
gonna ask you your first
icebreaker.
question.
You asked me first.
I go first. Yeah. Okay. What is your most memorable birthday gift or surprise?
I don't remember. A birthday gift or surprise. I remember when I was in 6th grade, my dad stayed at work like an extra 2.5 hours to go to the Microsoft store so he could buy me the Halo Reach limited edition legendary bundle from the Microsoft store, and he brought that home to me, and yeah, that was a nice surprise. It was a nice moment.
That is a nice gift.
I still have the stat sheet of all the Spartans from Halo Reach. Wow, look at us just learning things about each other. So yeah, that's where it goes. Showering in the morning or at night.
I like both.
I like both too.
I always joke with my coworkers that if I show up in a baseball hat, it's because I did not shower this morning. It's I wear a hat to hide the fact that I didn't shower.
No, I'm gonna need
Sometimes
to start
both
getting
with
into
my
that.
job.
Yeah.
Sometimes fucking both, dude. I'll shower in the morning when I get home. I don't shower, but I rinse off.
No,
I get sweaty and shit.
Well, no, I'm definitely the exact same way. Yeah, just not even with your job, just as a fat guy. I'm like at night, I'm like, this is still relieving. Yeah, the only time when I don't want to have a shower is when I'm feeling like really sick.
So hold on. You know that can get taller, right?
I know this can get taller.
Okay, cool.
So-
That's all. That's all. You don't. I'm not telling you what
That's
to
it.
do.
No, I like to play with the stand.
No, that's perfectly fine.
But yeah, so I would say, yeah, both is good. Both is good.
Both is. It depends on the day. Depends on
the
your
day.
schedule. Have a song dedicated to you or a poem written for you. There is a right answer.
So here's the thing. I'm thinking in all context. So everyone would rather have a good song written about them than a good poem written about them. But I would find more value in a bad poem because it's like, it's very isolated how it's bad. A bad song is like, it shows like you're cringy at playing the guitar and you're bad at singing and like, there are other gaps, other weaknesses that are being displayed. So in general, I guess it's like, there's one that's better at one end and one that's better at the other end. Where's the middle ground? I think I'd rather have a decent song written for me than a decent poem, so I'm going to go with song overall.
I absolutely think that's the right choice.
No.
I'd much rather bop a song about myself than like have a poem on the wall.
Levy's the one I can see bopping a song about himself. It's not Lily behind the camera, guys. It's Levy. Just so you have a picture of the room in your heads, it's not Lily, it's Levy.
A different minority. What's up?
That's why I've never written a poem.
Women are like the only...
I wouldn't appreciate either of them. I'm being completely frank. I don't like things for me.
I'll take a song, Megan.
You want?
No, I write poetry.
Oh, fuck.
What is your? Wait, is it my turn?
It's my turn.
Oh shit, you're right.
What's your favorite band or musical artist?
Ooh, God, questions like that are so loaded.
So that's a tough one. I actually had a coworker at work today say to me, like, who's your favorite artist now? And I think that's a much better way to put it.
Yeah,
So
it's like
how do you
next
feel
week.
now?
How do I feel now?
Don't think about like greatest of all time. Just who is your favorite now?
It's probably Macklemore.
Yeah.
I like Macklemore a lot, and I like AJR a lot.
Yeah.
You like AJR? Oh yeah, we just talked about it a little bit. They just had an album come out. I have not watched it or listened to it, but
Do you like Macklemore and AJR? Do you also like drinking fucking mayonnaise? Well, then you're gonna like this show.
you know what's really well. Never mind. I don't want to say what I was thinking.
Wait,
No.
hit me now. Okay, well, no, okay, no, you were doing
No,
something.
you know what? It probably actually makes complete sense. Actually, it's if I were to list my favorite rappers, with the exception of like Dr. Dre, they are like all white, and I think it's probably just like a relation thing. Like a white guy is probably more relatable to me than a black rapper. It's probably the same way that like it's important to have black figures and other things, right? So that black people can relate to it.
Well, yeah,
but I do feel very self-conscious about liking Macklemore. It's a very easy thing to make fun of me about, but I do very much like his music.
No, I appreciate. See, Zach, that's the thing that I would give you. Maybe we'll come up on this later, but that's the thing that I would genuinely give you respect on. It's like you're honest, and I've said this before. Is it's like if I say a word, like if I say to Levy and Jesse, I'm like, oh, that was a really like that guy he was being kind of duplicitous. They'll both like nod along. They'll be like, I'm sure he was based on what you've told me. That adds up. And you're the only honest motherfucker.
fuck does that mean?
What the fuck does duplicitous mean? And I respect that much, much more. Hey, Levy. What does duplicitous mean, Levy, who's flipping me off?
It's like being diplomatic.
Nope.
Damn it.
In other words, admitting to liking Macklemore is just as bad as being partially illiterate. That's essentially what Julian just said. It's fucked up. I don't agree with it. I don't appreciate it. And I spent like $500 on Macklemore tickets for December.
Oh, honestly, though, that does look like I'm sure it's. The thing about it is, it's like going to a Hawks game or a Mariners game.
No,
it's
like
a
going to
Seattle party over there. It's not even like I love Macklemore. It's like I love it here.
Okay, yeah, there is some. You know what? There is a lot of pride because it's like that's our guy. He was one of us,
And he talks about it.
He does talk about it in a lot of his songs. It is really cool because like you'll
It
hear.
almost makes talking about Seattle cringy though. Like I'm proud I'm from there, and I get that we're
He
not
doesn't
in a
do
lot
it in
of
a cringy
songs.
way, though.
He doesn't
He'll
really.
vaguely reference like the East Side. He'll say the East Side. You know exactly what he's
Yeah,
talking about.
exactly.
He'll say 405. You'll know like he'll
Yeah, or
reference
walking across
roads,
the bridge,
walking
like,
across
yeah,
the bridge.
stuff
There's
like that.
stuff like that that's not. It's not like down by the needle and the EMP, you know me and my homies. It's not like that. It's just
on Broadway. Dick's is a place that we like to eat. That's a real line from the song. Oh, also, Sir Mix-a-Lot. Lily's part of the reason I'm glad for Lily that she's not here today is because she was at the Mopop, or what was the EMP, and they were honoring Sir Mix-a-Lot, inducting him into their Rap Hall of Fame. So as where she normally gets around between 1,000 and 2,000 guests, she got between 7,000 and 9,000 guests today. So it's an absolute blessing for her that she doesn't have to do this shit and that she's probably asleep right now.
Did Lily's mom go to school with Sir Mix-a-Lot?
Yeah, she did. I think that was, yes, it was. Yeah, Lily's mother went to like middle school really briefly with Sir Mix-a-Lot, and she said he was a cock. So
was he? I have a problem with Sir Mix-a-Lot. So we inside of my mother's household, he's referred to as Sir Flakes-a-Lot because there were. Oh, do you need a napkin?
No, I'm good. I was hoping the camera would catch my disappointment with this little dribble.
Don't rub your nipple while we play this game. That's inappropriate. My girlfriend's watching. My girlfriend's watching this in like 6 different angles. Don't do anything to her. But we refer to him as Sir Flakes a lot because there were several years where he said he was going to play Hempfest and he would bail at the last minute.
It's like, honestly, you can talk as much shit about Sir Mix-a-Lot as you want, because, like, no one's going to talk shit. Like, if you say, that guy screwed my mom over, no one's going to be like, you're being petty, bro. Like, that's your mom, you know?
I wouldn't really say he screwed my mom over. It's just like, I don't know. When you say you could do something, it'd be cool if you did it. You know what I mean? And also, I don't really know the details. I don't know how, like, I don't know what steps were taken to say, like, I don't know if it was a, hey, yeah, that would sound cool, or if it was a, yeah, I'll be there. I don't know what the details were.
Let's make a Sir Mix-a-Lot diss track.
That sounds like a mistake.
In honor of your mom and Lily's mom. No, but what's the downside? What's the downside? We get shot? Is that the downside?
Why would you get shot?
I don't know.
Because that's how Tupac died. You know they found Tupac's killer?
Yeah, I saw that.
So
That shit's crazy. They arrested Tupac's killer.
I heard about that.
I'd be so upset if I shot a motherfucker like 2 decades ago and they finally caught me. That's fucked up. Do you know how many serial killers are probably pissing their pants?
Well, they caught what's-his-face a couple of years ago, the Golden State Killer, after like 20 years.
Wow, how many bodies?
He had, he raped and killed.
We're not even playing this game anymore.
No, I was like, no, so Zack,
on a rant about Sir Mix-a-Lot.
That's the
What was the question? What was the question?
It was,
Who's your favorite artist?
who's your favorite musical
Okay,
artist?
no, this is on topic. Wait, now we're talking about serial killers.
Well, no, now I'm making Zack. That was the most Joe Rogan thing you've probably ever said on this show. Is like the Joe Rogan attitude to me is like one of the few podcasts of his that I've really listened to, which is no one come after me because I've
watched a bunch of his episodes.
You've watched a bunch of them.
If you get mad at someone because they watch something, get over yourself. Unless it's like Nazi propaganda. Like, relax, dude. Relax. What was that? Okay, fine. If they watch child porn.
It's not getting mad at someone. It's just like...
Don't go at someone because they watch.
Do you think
differently?
What?
You came at me for Macklemore, bitch.
No.
Fuck you. You're a red pill Republican. You probably didn't... He didn't wear masks, you guys. We hung out all... We went to a... Never, I won't say that. He did bad things in 2020. I invited him to the bad things, but he did them too. I started it, but he was there. He was not just following orders.
Zack, you could just say that we had a party in 2020 without masks.
It was at a beach.
We didn't have
outside.
a COVID. We didn't have a part that was like, it was during COVID. That part was true, and that was like somewhat regrettable. But it's more like when you say it like that, it's like, oh yeah, we got together and we like cornered this girl. It's like
we coughed in each other's mouths.
Back to my original point, when you say something like, oh dude, how many bodies? Like that's the Joe Rogan experience to me. Like I remember I was listening to one episode of that's the whole he's listening and he's like it's like, oh, we really brutalized the Native Americans. I mean, we really fucking did it to them. Like some of the fucking things that we used were absolutely astonishingly, awesomely, badassly brutal. That's what I get, and that's why that's so Joe Rogan-y to me. And it's not hanging out with you for like your thing. It's like, how would you feel if I was like a Disney adult? Would you have things to say about it? Yes. Would you not be my friend? No. So there's like a middle ground.
Some people will treat you differently. Let's get back. Is it my turn or your turn? It's my turn.
Your turn.
My turn.
Your favorite artist, Macklemore.
Oh, you fuck.
My city, my city. Okay.
What is your favorite thing to do in the fall? How can it is the fall currently?
Fuck. That's my favorite thing to do every season. Holy shit.
That's good. Who went first again?
Fucking drink.
Wait, no. Who went first?
It was you went first.
All right, let's do two more. Let's do two more, then we'll go deep.
And then to give kind of a real answer, it's probably my
We both
birthday.
know that is
I'm
the
pretty
real answer.
selfish. I'm pretty selfish. Like in the end,
I think it's
I
acting
like
for an
Halloween.
activity.
I really like Thanksgiving, but I think I'm more selfish than I am fat, which is saying something. So I think it's my birthday over Thanksgiving.
You're on a camera right now. It's clear to everyone.
I could like Halloween. I like alternative folks.
You liked it when you could get fucking candy, you fatty.
You're the only one who's ever made me bring a pillowcase trick-or-treating. I just want you to know that.
Yeah, he brought the biggest pillowcase I've ever seen. I've never seen such a
Motherfucker,
big
I was
pillow.
happy with a pail.
Look at that head.
Yeah,
Imagine the pillow it rests on.
I'm sorry that my dad bought me a queen-size bed for his little queen.
I'm sorry you needed a queen-size bed. What was it, the 10th grade? Oh, that's actually not unreasonable. Never mind.
What
should've gone lower.
scent reminds you of home besides the stench of failure?
Oh, you didn't say that. That's not what it says.
It says the whole thing. You can read it. There you go. That should have been enough time
My-
for you to
but,
read
like-
it. Add that to the compilation.
Like my childhood home or my current home? Childhood, probably like weed.
What is home to you?
I'm being real. And then my current home, probably just like a candle. I like candles. I light a lot of candles.
Like a generic, like the scent of a candle being blown out, like the smoke off of a candle, or like some
A wide range.
generic fall scent that's
I don't
like,
really. People don't really have candles lit when I'm over at their house.
Autumn
Granted, I don't really go to people's houses. It's like
Yeah.
the only time I smell a candle is at my house. But I'm very comfortable and happy to be home when
Yeah.
like the house is clean. Like a can, you don't light a candle when you have a messy house.
No, yeah,
Like a
definitely.
candle being lit is a very I just finished cleaning the house
It's
thing
like-
to do. It's a things are complete now, so it's a nice feeling.
Are nice. Yeah, I get that.
All right, buddy, you want to go deep?
Well, I thought you said two more. Well, whatever.
Oh, is it my turn? It's my
your-
turn to
it's your
draw,
turn
right?
and
Yeah.
then
So
one
since I went first, that means I go first for the deep.
Okay, never mind. Doesn't matter.
Does that make?
I
oh,
thought you wanted to
didn't
do
say
one more
two
icebreaker.
I didn't
don't
say
care.
two more. You're
Yeah,
right.
I don't care. Let's go deep.
I misspoke though,
No, we're good.
and I accept that.
I,
It's important to accept when you
It's
misspeak.
important to accept your.
All right, I'm
But
scared
I
of this
was
card.
fucking right there.
You were right. What's something that comes easy to you? Myself.
Money.
Oh, you dog.
Yeah. Not proud of it.
You should be.
Not historically hard work. No, it's lucky. You know.
Yeah, but you can be proud of
I'm
having
proud
a
for
dad that.
I am proud for my father who is able to be so successful, and
Oh
I
God,
feel
this is Julian elaborating to like. I made fun of you for elaborating earlier.
Yeah.
It's oh my God. When you
No,
when
think
you raise
your
your
whole
voice and you
thought
lean
out.
back, it's like It's like, hold on, I have to elaborate to cover all my bases to make sure no one can assume anything bad about me. You have to like say every detail, like you have to answer everyone's questions before they like answer them themselves.
I guess it's just because I don't feel like we're on a safe space here. Not to say you and I don't feel safe around
I feel you.
I
I
feel
you
like
need to represent yourself.
the internet.
Not your- oh, no,
that
I thought you meant the room.
That you would like to.
I thought you meant the room right now. Like, as in, like, you need to make sure everyone watching knows there's a line and there's different feelings across it. And you need to let everyone know, hey, this is where I stand. All right, don't come at me.
Hey guys, listen. If I had more money, I would. No, I was gonna say I'd have my own set, but that's kind of harsh. I don't.
I thought you were gonna say you'd like do something good with it.
Yeah, I'd give it to charity. Like, no. Well, have you met me?
You gonna pull a card?
What could you
Notice
rant about?
he said harsh but not true. Continue. But not true. I just said.
What could you rant about for hours?
You elaborating on like everything that you fucking say. Christ. Oh no, okay. What could I rant about for hours? It's very funny to have me just sit here silently while I try to think of something that I could not be silent about for a while. I don't know. What's something that I could rant about for hours?
Zach, would you turn that cup so Glenn is facing the camera? There we go. All right.
I
Zach
told Julian I was
actually before the
insecure about these
podcast that
cups.
Quagmire is still his favorite
Oh,
character
you
on
fucker.
Family
You motherfucker. I hate you. The passion.
Didn't deny it, though. I made that up, and he didn't deny it.
Okay, I didn't know I had. I'm sorry that I don't elaborate on every
should've
position I had.
elaborated, fucker.
Hey guys, hold on. Hold on. I want to let everyone know that everyone watched Family Guy. It's okay if you watch Family Guy. It was a fun show when we grew up. There are some jokes I disagree with on the show, but I don't think that's a reason to not own some of the memorabilia. I understand that this has Quagmire and that he's kind of a rapist.
You know?
He's a little rapey and a little pedophile-y, but I don't have the cup
like
for that
objectively
reason.
a rapist.
I have the cup there because I like representing Italians, and I think it's important that they get more representation on camera.
Is he supposed to be Italian?
think he's
say
Italian.
Quag me!
I think he's Italian.
I don't know.
I could be wrong.
See, that's actually, Zach knows that because Quagmire is his favorite character. Continue.
I know an Italian when I see one. No, he's just weirdly aggressive like most Italian.
No, we can still do that. That one's still, like, true.
Hey, we can make fun of Italians because they're like technically white now.
I'm not
so.
even saying Italian Americans. I'm saying Italians from Italy. We can, and we can make fun of Italian Americans too, a little bit. But Italians from Italy is mostly who I'm making fun of. Is that what's gonna Gillis me? Are they gonna get
What?
this? And they're gonna be like, oh, bump tobacco.
I'm gonna release that video of you going, "Hey, bippity boppity." Like they wouldn't let you put on the school news. Wait, did I say that or did you say it? It doesn't matter. Someone said bippity boppity and they said it was too racist to put on the school news channel.
But earlier, no.
What the fuck? I don't know. Aliens? That's fun. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Aliens.
I think that's probably pretty true to life.
Anything I disagree with, I guess, is probably an accurate answer.
So that's why I laughed, because I was like,
lots of things,
it
but there's not like a
depends on the
specific
moment.
thing.
There's not like a specific thing. It's like you kind of got that Bill Burr vibe to you where it's just like if I think the next 10 minutes are gonna suck, I think about killing myself. Like it's that kind of thing where it's like you are very passionate about what you feel in the moment and you'll totally double back and be like, yeah guys, that was all emotion fueling that and I do apologize. But like no, in the moment you're definitely like
If I interrupt you by saying, hold on, you know I'm about to get unreasonably upset.
Sometimes when we're filming
Hold on,
all
what'd you
these
just say?
videos, Levy will ask you a question and the room will feel sorry for Levy, but it's silent.
Oh, Christ. All right, next fucking card. Is it my turn?
Yeah. No, deep.
Oh, fuck, that's right. That was a long-ass question, though. What makes you feel better when you... Okay, never mind. It's a dumb question. What makes you anxious? Lots of things make me anxious.
No, I agree. I think of myself as having more of a tendency to like anxiety that really like trips me up than like depression that really trips me up. You know, like I find that like usually I'm getting.
That is not the question. Wait, what makes you anxious? You know, I do feel more anxiety than depression.
I guess I'm trying to think about like so in general like. Little things like big long-term goal things that pop like stuff like my age, or like, you know, like my weight and how long it takes to lose weight, or like the amount of like money I have and the amount of time it takes to like generate a certain amount of money.
Oh, okay, sorry.
The amount of money I have and how long it is before my parents. Never mind. But
How long my dad has left.
I'll take it from you. What is it? In general, so like little things, I guess I would say things that make me anxious, like individually, are things like responsibilities that I put off. That's the best way to put it. Responsibilities that I've put off probably make me the most anxious. Things that I'm only thinking about and haven't taken proper action towards correcting is probably the best broad way to sum it up.
That was a nice thought. I was things that come to mind for me are like thoughts like that too. It's not like a specific activity or thing. It's like it's an action or a scenario.
Yeah,
right?
but it's not just for me. It's not just like, oh, I'm 25. I've only got like 65 years left on, you know, whatever. Like, it's not so much that as it is like, oh, I'm 25. Man, you can never go back to being 22. Or 16, or 5, or those are just in the past forever. Like it gets, you know, I basically the same thing. But yeah, kind of where I'm at. What's the best career advice you've ever heard?
It's a question to ask a 25-year-old, I guess.
Yeah, right. What's the best advice that led to you getting here, Zach?
Well, that's not necessarily like it's asking something that it's not asking for the best piece of career
Which is
advice.
like
It's something someone else has told
25-year-olds
you.
will say the best advice they ever got was to like hustle and spend big, and that's like objectively not true.
Spend big. That's great. Yeah, I think the best piece of career advice I've ever heard is to sign up for Hustlers University and never unsubscribe.
And get the Bugatti.
Bugatti. Here's the problem. Whenever I get asked a question like this, Megan would hate playing this fucking game with me. It's the same thing with chess, right? If like I'm in a situation, I will sit there and think about a question, like a question that I find fun, or a game of chess where I'm really contemplating a move. I enjoy sitting there and like really like if you give me a riddle, I'm not gonna like just like okay, what's the answer? Like my ass enjoys sitting there and just like thinking about it for like 20 minutes, and I don't want it to just be silent.
Zach, you're like a brilliant AI program that's running on a 95.
You fuck. Okay, I'm gonna give myself a minute.
Can we get the Internet Explorer bar over his head? Levy, while Zach thinks about it, what's the best career advice you've ever heard?
So for me, it's like when I'm playing chess.
You fuck. Okay, no, I have an answer. Fuck you. You cunt. He gave you an opportunity
No, Levy,
to
I
really
gave you an
shine.
opportunity. You
and
nailed it. Shut up now and wait for the next one.
Fucking
Zach
hell.
can't say that was bad.
It wasn't bad. I just am insulted. I think the best piece of career advice I've been given is to be honest. Because in a situation where, this would still apply if you worked for yourself. But in a situation where you work for somebody, the only mistake that you can't fix is breaking someone's trust in you. And so if you break something or you fuck something up and you're honest about it, it's way easier to move on from that mistake than if you break something, fuck something up, and then lie about it. Because then from that point forward, they don't know if they can trust you in any capacity.
Yeah.
And I've learned that, especially in like corporate companies, lying is a fast ticket to get yourself out of that company. If you're completely honest and you own up to your mistakes, it's way harder to get rid of you. Yeah. So I think the best piece of career advice I've been given is to be honest, especially when you fuck up.
Yeah. No, and I think that makes sense on all levels too. Like something that I'm like trying to be more honest about is like people like
things might not work out. No,
and
I'm
people
kidding.
like People are like, how are you doing today? And my instinct is to say like,
That is
great.
not what I meant. That is not. I was not referring to.
No. But
I
it's
was
like
being honest
it's-
when someone. I hate when people do that, Julian. Lie. Just say it's
no,
fine.
I'm not. So the question, how are you doing, is more of an introduction than like an actually how are you doing. But it's like, if you go into like a service industry job and you're like super chipper to your manager, like they're not stupid. They know that the job sucks sometimes. And if you're sitting there like on Black Friday, like it's going really well. Or like I like it here. I'm just thankful to have a job. Then it's like still that same type of thing where, well, it's like they can trust you to do a good job, but it's like, are you a human being? I want to work with a human being, you know? So I think that honesty has more merits than you intended it as.
I have a coworker who is obnoxiously like stoked. Like he's. I
Yeah.
found this. It's because he's a recovered drug addict that he's just like stoked to be alive and like sober and like have a good job.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking obnoxious. Every time I work with him, he's like, "All right, Zach, let's fucking do this." And it's genuine, Julian. It's not an act. He's just fucking happy, and it's obnoxious. I don't like how happy he is. It upsets me. It bothers me. I don't like the way he talks to his girlfriend on the phone.
I think that's why he gets so mad at you, Levy. He's like, I don't like how Levy can say the stupidest shit and feel okay about himself at the end of the day. I feel awful.
Oh my God, and it's not like I recognize. I'm not even saying this to be funny, and I recognize that it's very silly to have that bother me. And I've told you I get frustrated at things very, very easily.
Well, we all have our pet peeves that aren't rational.
But mine should not be someone else's like happiness. Like that, it says more about me than it says about him.
Well, I mean, fair enough to own it, but I think everyone has something that is just as petty or whatever you call it.
He's like Donkey in Shrek. He's just and I guess I'm Shrek and he's Donkey and he's just like
You're not dragging. You're not fucking him? Okay.
Jesus, okay. That was unnecessary. Draw a card. Move on from this.
It's you.
Oh, it's me? Hell yeah. I love drawing the cards. I feel
Best
excited.
career advice. Yeah, it's you.
What fictional character do you relate to the most? Why?
That's a tough one for me. Because like whenever you think about a
God,
character...
no.
That
I
honestly,
apologize for interrupting you.
No, that's good. No, man, that's good. That's good. Keep it up, you fucking idiot. Like, so it brings up because I feel like our favorite characters are characters who have like 3 of our good traits and then are just perfect human beings otherwise, you know? Or not perfect. It's like, oh yeah, like
So those are your favorite?
So I'm trying to like differentiate between like where do I draw the line between character who what is it
You relate to versus
who
the
I
character you
relate
like
to the most, like
versus your favorite character. Is that what you're saying? Like
versus my
trying not to just say your favorite character, trying to say a character that you actually relate to.
In your
Gotcha.
brain a lot of the time you're like, I love this character, and because I've tried to emulate some things that they do, they are like me.
Quagmire.
Yeah, it's Glenn Quagmire for me too, dog. I know, like the thing is, they all like it's also a hard question to answer without sounding cringy.
The chef
you gotta
from
think about
Ratatouille. Not the main character, the fat one.
The little short guy?
No, the
The
famous
one who's
one.
dead the whole movie.
The one on the book.
He's dead the entire movie.
No,
Exhibit
he's
A.
the ghost. He's the ghost.
Just a guy who just reached his peak and then died super young. Yeah, that's
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters, the movie.
or just from the fucking marshmallow bag.
Oh, that's not. I guess that is a fictional character. I guess it doesn't have to be from TV. Could be like,
The Pillsbury Doughboy.
yeah, just
You don't relate to Donkey, Zach?
why would I relate? I just had a whole story about how I related to Shrek.
Call back.
Not a good one.
Well, you know what? I'm taking take my.
This one's fucked up, but I'm just gonna say like
You're fine.
it's fucked up. But
Just say it, just say it, be
Dennis
honest.
from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
You're gonna have to explain.
Yeah, because he's so fucked up. So not all the I'm gonna explain myself here. Not all the stuff about women, but the stuff about like when he gets super angry. Like, so for example, this is the thing, and I'm gonna try and be open with myself to get to know each other better.
Do it.
But like, so when Dennis in the show, he gets mad at his friends, it'll be like, "You idiots, idiots, idiots," and like, yeah, like
Sounds
that
like me.
intensity.
Wait, which, like,
It's like, no,
beginning
but
of the show or end of the show?
like-
because Dennis changes a lot.
I don't know, but like, I'm just gonna be like, sometimes I'm trying to explain myself. I don't fucking know. Not the ones where he's like raping women, but like the rest of it, where he's saying stuff like he's calling his friends, like, you know, he's like, "You idiots, you fucking idiots." Like, that is that is where I default to when I'm really mad at people, you know, and it's just stuff
I've
like
seen that.
Like I default to
I've seen
like,
that side of you.
like I default to like, oh, I'm gonna like poke you a little with something that I know I might come out on top in. So it's stuff like that. So I would say I relate to that particular brand of sociopathy a little bit, being a sociopath.
Appreciate you. You saw my lips curling to a W.
It's like, tell that, so you tell it better. Do you remember when I was writing, you sent us that sheet that were like, what are your goals for this endeavor?
Yeah.
And I wrote, I'm trying to remember the exact
I
word.
have it saved.
Oh,
but-
right. You know, I was something like, I want a space to explore my comedic acumen, parentheses, skill.
Oh, you
Or
fuck.
something like that.
You motherfucker. But I did appreciate it. I legit appreciate it.
And that's what you told me. You were like, I read through it the first time, and I was like, huh? Oh, skill. And I moved on. And it wasn't until like the third read through, like, wait a minute, this isn't for work, you fucker.
No, it was so good. My mind didn't even skip a beat. I read that word, and then saw the parentheses with the definition, was like, and just kept on reading. I didn't even
It's
think
like if
twice.
there was a word in French and you were just like, it was the definite, yeah.
It was the little asterisk, and you look down at the bottom of the page, number 5, and skill.
I think it's pretty horrifying that I said Dennis from It's Always Sunny. I think Megan's reaction was
it's on
correct.
camera.
And there it is. All right, let's move on. I'm sure that's how Glenn Howerton feels. Whatever. What's your funniest story from work? This had better be fucking good from you. I want to see
Funniest
delivery. I want to
story
see
from
stage
work.
presence. I want to see it all. Oh,
Or is that time you followed that car?
That didn't do that good. I tried that on stage. It didn't do
You
that
know
good.
my
Also,
favorite
I'm just
one.
bad. You do okay. You do know that one. I feel weird doing that voice. Should I feel weird doing that voice? I feel like if I feel weird about something,
that you probably shouldn't do it. It's always better to not, but what would I say? Just do a different voice.
Tom Segura does it.
Just make up a different voice.
The voice is what makes it funny because that is what he sounded like.
Right, but it's like,
It's fine. This is too much conversation.
Go for it.
I'm not even gonna say that. I hear. So there is that story. That is a funny story. It just doesn't really have an ending. There is that story. I think a shorter one. Honestly, I wasn't even thinking about my current job. I was thinking about when I worked at O'Reilly Auto Parts. All the stories I have from. There's another guy named Zack there who was a parts runner / cocaine dealer while he worked at the O'Reilly Auto Parts.
you could have just left it at parts runner. I think that's what they're called
Yeah,
on the
right.
street.
What kind of that's fucking slang. No, but there were a couple
It's like
times
a
where
future drug dealer is like, that's like what a drug deal, like if it weren't like Spice
scrap.
Runner, it would be in Star Wars, it'd be like, yeah, I'm a parts runner, you know? I distribute dirty needles throughout the galaxy in the Millennium Falcon. Okay, keep going.
there were a couple times where he'd come in like from his lunch break out of breath. Be like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? He'd be like, I just got jumped. He's like, I barely got away. Like he'd go to like do an exchange at what's that park in Juanita that like has like the wooden dock that goes in a circle?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
Kirk and Juanita. I forget what the name. Juanita Bay Park. He's like, dude, I was down at Juanita Bay Park. I got in the back of this dude's car, and he was like, hey, you got the stuff? And he was like, yeah. And he's like, all right, fucking leave. And he pulled out a gun, and he just jumped out of the car and fucking took off, and then came into work, and it just acted like normal. I was like, dude, you almost just died. And then there was another time where how long has it been? It's been long enough. There was another time when he came up to me and we were closing together, and he was like, hey, Zach, have you ever seen cocaine before? And I was like, no. And he was like, you wanna? And I was like, sure, I guess. And then he opened up like a piece of tinfoil and he was like, there you go. And I was like, huh. And I haven't done cocaine. I haven't snorted cocaine, but I have smelled cocaine. Now, what the difference there is up to you. But I assure you, I have not done coke.
Yeah.
But some part of it entered my nostrils. And it straight up just smells like gasoline. It's fucking disgusting.
That's what I thought.
Like straight like you think of
I've seen that
most
Gordon
booze smells
Ramsay
like
video where they make it
Wait,
with a
what?
So
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay's brother died of being a drug addict, a cocaine addict. So Gordon Ramsay hates cocaine. He'll do videos where he goes into like kitchens and tries to get drug culture out of kitchens. And he does one video where he travels to South America or Central America, I forget. But he travels there
Central.
and he goes to a cocaine farm and he makes cocaine from start to finish.
That's
And
against the law.
where? Not where he was.
I know it's against the law in
I mean,
Colombia.
not enforceably, I guess.
I guess I wouldn't risk it. Fuck that.
Yeah, I don't
To
know.
make an example out of Gordon Ramsay.
I wonder what it is. Like, I wonder what you have to do to be like a rich person going. Because it's like, does he just have like a bunch of people with like? Does he just have 8 guys with fucking machine guns following around? Like, don't touch
Dude,
Gordon.
you
Like-
probably just submit yourself. It's like those people that interview terrorist organizations.
probably
you just
better-
you just say fuck it and just. I guess it's important enough to you.
What is it?
You
So,
just go for
he
it.
went to the farm and he saw the whole production. Honestly, most of those places, I learned this from, this is slightly off topic, but I learned this from like a gangs and organized crime class from a professor who goes to South America and hangs out with a lot of those gangs. Most people just want a better life. They hear that you're from America or they hear that you're famous chef Gordon Ramsay and they think, awesome, this will help me get a better life doing this. That's it. That's all people want. No one's like, I mean, yes, there is a lot of violence used as a political weapon. There's no doubt about that. And there's certainly a lot of violence against women as well. But it's like, but it doesn't matter to me. No, but it's like most people just want a better life and most people are just poor.
Did you have something to say, Levy?
No.
Oh, I thought you raised your hand. Sorry.
Oh no, just adjusting that.
Oh, got you. Well, good. I don't know if it's mine or yours.
What's your funniest story at work? It's you.
It's me. If you won the lottery, what would you do with the money? Let's skip that one.
Yeah.
What could you give a presentation on with no preparation?
Cooking?
Okay, let's try another one. Were you ever suspended or expelled from school? What about? Oh, I'd like to hear this.
It was for the stupidest reason.
Okay.
We were in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, I got you, Doug. Keep talking.
We were in a bathroom. Oh, sorry. We were in a bathroom during recess. Not during recess, just during a break between classes in middle school. And someone was in the toilet and someone else was just messing around. And I started switching the light switch on and off because it was funny. And then our teacher walked in and I got suspended for roughhousing in the bathroom. Is that not the stupidest thing you've ever heard?
You get in-house suspension or outhouse?
I went
You got
out
outhouse?
2 days.
Whoa!
I switched the light switch.
Well, yeah, he had an outhouse. He was too busy roughhousing in the bathroom.
I got in-house suspension for winning a fight with Tim.
yeah.
Tim, I don't know his last name.
remember that. I
shouldn't even
remember
say
you
it.
telling me you got
I
your
was
school
so pissed off.
suspension.
I got suspended because he started crying once we got into the fucking principal's office. He's a bitch.
Yeah,
Fuck that guy.
That's kind of, yeah.
Tim's probably fine. He apologized.
Keep that name in the video, though.
Yeah, I didn't say a last name.
Oh, damn.
Fuck you, Tim. Shouldn't cry. You should have stood strong with me, like a man.
Fuck you for making all those potato chips.
that was good.
That's for the locals out there watching Chucklehead from the bus stop.
All right, your actual question.
Actual question.
I told you it was an easy get. Fuck you guys. You make
It's
good
so
music.
easy. Even
I'll stand
Levy's
by this.
fucking ragging on you now, man.
Let's make this a bit. I'll stand strong, and he'll still never come on this show. What about growing older brings you excitement? Nothing.
I think that people. Okay, so this. I think there's a necessity to being a little bit excited. I think if you just spend your whole life wishing you were younger, you will never get out of that. And you will spend your 30s wishing you were 20, and you will spend your 40s wishing you were 30, and so on. So I think the thing that excites me most about getting old is just this kind of like necessity that you have to go into it excited. And if you go into it excited, you'll like live your best life, kind of, you know?
I think that's the kind of thinking that makes people religious. Like where you
Yeah.
feel like you can't find comfort in just being in the middle. I've found when I've talked to a lot of people about why they're religious, a lot of it comes down to the thought of there not being a God is too scary.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is like
That was me
and-
for a long
and,
time.
And I'm not saying that you have to be. I'm not saying that you can't be happy about being older. I'm not saying you should be sad about being older. The way I mean, my feelings towards it is just like it's like, can't do anything about it. I definitely wouldn't say I'm happy about being older. I'm excited about being older, but and I certainly don't wish I was younger. It's just one of those things where it's like I'm gonna die someday.
Well, it's one of those
Like,
things where it's like you really
okay.
have to think about it for yourself, right? Because you can, of course, be an adult on Christmas and be like, man, I wish I was a kid on Christmas. Yeah, of course, dipshit. But like, what would you do then? So would you, let's say you have a genie, would you wish that you were 5 again? Like, okay, let's pretend that you would. Would you wish to be mentally the same age and have all your memories and go back in time? Or would you wish to just be 5 again and what does it matter? Then you're just that's an exercise in perspective. The genie could ask you that forever, and you just that's a paradox. So it's like
you lost me.
I lost myself, man.
All right. Well, you know when all else fails. Oh shit! Yeah, you're totally right, Julian. Pull a deeper card.
Pull a deeper.
Oh fuck, we should have done that a while ago.
Deeper.
We were just having good conversation. Now it's just gonna get weird.
I was gonna say that's what. Now it's gonna be like. So what's your fetish?
We were having a good time. Now it's gonna get uncomfortable. Just go. Hit me. Fuck.
I didn't answer the question though.
I don't think anyone cares.
They're unexpected things. There are probably good things about being 40. Like, what is it? You get to come when you're 20, and you're 30, and you're 40, and you don't get to when you're 5. And that's cool, but you also don't get to, like, play with toys consequence-free when you're 20 or 30, and you get to when you're 5. So I think there's different strengths. And I'm
still
excited
haven't answered
for
the question.
I'm excited for the unforeseen good differences that I might experience in my old age.
Holy shit.
What's one thing about you I don't know?
There's lots of things you don't know.
I'm positive. It's about picking the one that's least purposefully so. We can also move on. And I don't like these ones that are like what's your favorite?
vague.
Like, it's not like what's your favorite day at the beach. It's like what's your favorite day, and it's like that's too broad.
Yeah.
In what way are we most different?
Are we most different? What way are we most different?
Well, sometimes when Levy will start to tell a story, I'll be like, go ahead. Tell the story.
The honest the true answer is probably something that we don't even know about. Something that
Yep, cock
is
size.
so fundamental.
You're the big one in that joke, though, just so you know. I wasn't ragging
The
on
first between the two of us, you'd think. How's it feel to be the small one?
you. Familiar.
Familiar?
You forget that he has to live that truth all of his friend groups.
I mean, the things that come to mind immediately are the paths that we want to take going forward, but that's not necessarily like the right answer. Like that's just what applies to our relationship the most. Like when I think of our dynamic or our relationship, those are like the biggest differences that come up to me because it's what's most affecting it. But if I were to think, can you give me the exact wording again?
In what way are we most different?
Are we most different? I mean, probably just a simple answer would just be the lengths we'll go to pander to other people. That's an easy one to say. I think you're more of a people pleaser than I am. I think there's probably a more accurate answer, but that one's fine. It's an interesting thing, and it's true. And yeah,
No, I think that's probably true.
Easy
yeah,
enough
for,
of an
for better
answer.
or worse. For better
Yeah.
or worse.
That's one of those questions I could sit here and think about for 20 minutes, and that's not very productive
Yeah.
for what we're trying to do here. So let's. I'll go ahead and read you
So
one.
on. Hit me.
Levy, get close. This is. Let's just.
No, Zach, I have not.
What is a moment you were getting nostalgic about, and why?
Well, when I was in 6th grade, my dad went to the Microsoft
on.
office. When we were in elementary school, when we would stay after school to work on a play, and I always, as a kid, was excited to go home, even though I was having fun at the time. I was excited to go home, and afterwards, it just like, I don't know, nothing ever quite hit the same. Because even though in middle school and high school, I got way better friends who were in drama, I think I developed myself creatively better, so I actually had a use on stage. And I still like look back to that nostalgia of elementary school, and because of like the novelty and because of like the bewilderment of like being in this little stage place is truly like, it's probably the thing I'm most nostalgic about is when I think back to like how it would feel to like sit in if I were like a parent chaperone for like a children's play practice. That would probably be the most wholesome thing I could ever do for my soul. So that's probably what I'm the most nostalgic about.
I barely remember them.
Oh, you were a crow.
I know that part. I have some memories, but
No,
like,
I know,
not
I know.
to that level at all.
It's
It's very interesting.
like I don't, and that's the thing is about nostalgia, because I don't have a lot of specific memories. I'm not like, I want to return to this moment when my friends and I were laughing together. That's more high school, but it's like I'm nostalgic for that feeling of how absolutely amazing performing on stage felt as like a new thing.
You know what's interesting? I wonder if that stuck with you because you figured out that's something that you were interested a lot sooner than I did. I did drama because my mom wouldn't let me not do anything. She wouldn't let me not do an extracurricular. It's why I did soccer, drama, yearbook, like all the shit that I ended up doing. Drumline was just because my mom did not have the attitude of letting me sit around and do nothing.
Yeah.
And I used to, it's funny. I used to think that like stand-up comedians were super selfish because they were like the only people on stage. And so I used to have a really weird feeling about it.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm curious if maybe just your realization that that's what you were interested in at a younger age caused those memories to stick with you more than me.
So that's a good point. So I think that the reason of that for me, and I don't know if you'd know this, but so I was in 1st grade. As you know, I went to Pull Out Quest, which was what it was called, and the words "pull out" are very funny. But like,
Way funnier than
you
liking
should have pulled
Macklemore.
out, because then you shouldn't have had this. Then you wouldn't have had this fucking nerd to deal with. But yeah, so I went to Pull Out Quest, and there was this one teacher. I forget her name. I think it was. She got married halfway through the year. I think that's part of the reason I forget it. I think one half of the year it was Quentin. And I should remember her name because she's like totally the inspiration for all this in a way. And because we were doing Shakespeare's The Tempest, a simplified version for 1st graders. Because I guess this was just for liberal parents to go and be like, oh, my kid's so smart. But she cast me as the lead in The Tempest in 1st grade. And I don't know, she cast me as the lead, and I've just gone through life since with this lead mentality. Yeah.
That's awesome. Shout out to Miss Quinn for giving
Serious?
Julian an ego in like the 1st grade.
No, but that's the thing. I wanted to quit.
The young age of a 7.
Okay, well, here's the more wholesome part of that story. I wanted to quit so badly. I was so stressed about how I had the most lines to memorize and how it was like there was more pressure on me.
Suffering from success.
And she was like,
She was like, I believe in you.
She was basically like, I believe in you, and told me like how like I was working with the other actors to like, you know, like how I like explained to me in some sort of childish way how fun it was to get to work with so many different people in a single production.
Very nice.
What was the first thing you bought with your own money?
Food. I have a story.
Eat up,
tell you-
fatty. Okay.
So growing up, one of me and my stepdad's go-to things we'd go to Jack in the Box and get
Yeah.
chicken sandwiches and egg rolls.
Yeah.
And I thought as a kid, I was like, when I get money, I'm gonna buy a fuck ton of these egg rolls. And you know what I did, Julian? I bought like 15 of those bitches and just egg rolled myself out. And then during my freshman year of high school, I was working 9 to 9 on Saturday and Sunday. So I was putting in 24 hours plus tips. I did the math one time. I think I was making like $1,200 a month.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, like $1,200 a month with no bills or anything. And every single day after school, I'd eat breakfast, I'd eat lunch, and then right after school, teriyaki. And the Sai right down the street, religiously.
Man, I
just burning through my money. I wish I would have saved some of it. I burnt through so much money getting to Sai every single. I was spending hundreds of dollars.
One thing you have to give yourself credit for.
That's what I'm nostalgic
I
for.
know, but
is that every day.
I got it this week. Literally
You got in the
favorite
side,
place to go
bro.
to.
I don't like the cucumber. They have cucumber salad. Is that what
no, they
have?
don't.
They don't.
The sweet dressing. on
Okay,
just the
never mind.
cabbage
Some place
salad.
has cucumber salad. Oh, it's a place in near Totem. Like, fuck that place. Dude, fuck you. Give me a salad, bitch. Don't give me cucumbers. If I wanted cucumbers, I wouldn't be getting teriyaki. I'd get a fucking salad.
I like
Continue. Yeah, but like, I don't want teriyaki rice and then some cucumber.
I was gonna say, Zach, to
I
your
want
credit,
lettuce.
I remember, and even at this age, I've a couple of jokes about this, but this is more like less of a joke. I remember seeing you like your laptop was damaged, and granted, I'm sure you weren't
Oh, my
super
school one?
careful. Your school one,
Oh, yeah.
and I remember seeing you take the money that you earned at your job and pay off some of your school bills.
Did I have to pay for that? I don't think I had to pay for that.
I remember.
I don't have a memory of having to
I
pay
remember.
for a laptop.
Okay, fair enough.
How
I
much
remember
was
you
it?
saying something to me that indicated that you either had to pay for it or were just happy to contribute by paying for it. And regardless, it was still perspective for me. And maybe that's a false
I
assumption.
think you're thinking about clothes.
So clothes, I remember that differently.
Maybe I just don't remember the laptop thing. I blocked
The
it out.
laptop, I remember we were getting our yearbook. You just
I blocked it out.
because everyone at the school was like, you don't have a Patagonia coat, you fucking peasants. It's you.
I
It's
like
you.
the Patagonia joke.
Thank you.
What is the best compliment you have ever received about your physical appearance? What is the best compliment you've ever? What is the best compliment you've ever received about your physical appearance?
Let me think.
Do you remember Miss Louise? Love you. The camera should be at him.
Oh, I don't have a good answer for you. Can we please ask another question? I like when people say I have broad shoulders. Because that feels like it's the most conducive to maybe being accepting of this body type.
Oh my god.
It's like, I like that you're wide is kind of what you're saying when you say I have broad shoulders, and wide is kind of similar to round. No, I'm sure it's probably some shit Lily said to me while we
Could have
were
made a
fucking.
penis joke. Oh, there you go.
Um,
Miss, you remember Miss Louise?
I remember Miss Louise. I forget what you're about to say, but I know it's gonna be fucking killer, so I'm excited.
She told me I had a cute nose, and I've been writing off that ever since the 6th grade. I still remember that. You know how the people joke about how men don't get compliments? I remember that compliment from like, I don't know how long, dude, like over a decade ago. I think about that on like a bi-monthly basis.
I remember
more than 0 times.
once. Okay, here's another one. Once I was doing that charity heavy canvassing work on the street, and I was doing my whole sales pitch, and I was being super friendly, and I was talking to an older woman, and she said, "Never get rid of that smile."
Aww.
And that was sweet. It was like a wholesome compliment. I was like, oh, well, she basically just told me to smile. And then, I went on Reddit and talked about it, and of course, a lot of men agreed that that was sexist. But your turn. No.
She was like, never lose that smile, and I will never give money to those fucking animals.
She was like, never lose that smile. Goodbye. She was being very nice. It was, yeah. It was just nice to talk to people at that point, honestly. Is it me? I think
It is you.
What's the story of the first time you got drunk? And that's all the card says. My own personal follow-up question is, what's your story for the third time you got drunk?
The first time I got drunk, me and all the kids that were in drumline together in high school drove up to Vancouver, Washington, where it was legal for 19-year-olds, I think. 19? Yeah, 19. For 19-year-olds to buy
Didn't invite
booze.
me, but we're not hanging out with those dicks anymore.
I still hang out with them.
Matter.
We're gonna have dinner later.
Oh.
we still hang out. That's my two friend groups, is the Rough Draft and then Drumline.
I have other friend groups too. Doesn't matter.
But no, it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
We tried to make, this is so funny. We tried to make Jello shots, but we forgot, we were already fucked up. We forgot to boil it. So we just mixed alcohol with like water and the gelatin and then put it in the fridge expecting it to like coagulate, and it didn't. So then we pulled out the pan and we like there were three of us. Each of us put a set of lips on each corner of the pan, and we just like tilted it back. Looking back, it makes me want to vomit, like the taste of just like sweet, sweet booze. But it was like the sweetest, most disgusting alcohol you've ever tasted.
Well, when you're like a kid, it's like all horrible. It's like all
I still
equally
hate it.
horrible on some level.
I still hate it.
No,
but that
I know you hate
especially.
it more now, but that's a sense memory.
Yeah, it is. It's what it probably realistically is. I'm taking all the bad memories and overlaying it on.
We should
the
get you
decent
drunk
memories.
intravenously sometime
Up
through the
my
ass.
butt
Yeah.
through tampons.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what that word means.
Actually, intravenously means into your veins. I used it wrong. I fucked up.
Dumbass. At least I don't.
Well, see, but that's the thing is I can think about words and think vein. Oh, that means vein. So it's in your veins.
Levy tried that earlier and he got it wrong.
Yeah, because he's Levy and I'm me. So next question.
Thank you. I can't remember the name of your first grade teacher. How am I different? Oh, you can't really answer that one. It's how am I different from other people you've been with sexually? It's hard with two bellies.
I don't know, your boobies are bigger.
How important is it that you surround yourself with people who have the same political views as you?
Clearly not that important.
We weren't that far off.
No, we're seriously not. As
You're
I-
more libertarian than me.
As I go, I am more libertarian.
Fucking
than you.
loser.
What is it? Well, I'm not American
Okay, how about in
libertarian.
general?
Whatever.
Probably pretty.
Probably.
I feel like you'd write people off a lot sooner than I would. I feel like I have some coworkers that you would not associate
No,
with.
so I actually think that's totally wrong for me personally.
Megan knows.
So, would I drop business? Like, would I be quick to drop someone who wasn't my friend who started making those jokes? Yes, of course. But like when I'm around like
I got
my
scared for a second. He said that. I was like, oh, I clutched my pearls.
if you're my coworker, like you can say nothing makes me uncomfortable.
No,
It's just I don't want.
I like my crazy coworkers. Like I would hang out with them. It's so much fun. I have a coworker who
You
actively
need
cheats
people
on
who
his
are
wife.
off the hand.
Most fun guy to hang out with. I don't know how to like make up for the fact that he's not a good husband. Super fun friend.
Do you think he's fun if you're his wife? But do you think that's why she keeps tolerating this? She's like, oh man, I hate that you keep cheating on me.
You
But
have no idea.
She doesn't know. Actually,
her
she
this
kind
show.
of does.
Oh,
Kind of.
did he?
Is she just
caught?
giving up?
I mean, he's lying to his wife. I wouldn't put it past him lying to me. So like, I don't know what exactly
That's
to believe.
his wife, and he's been inside of her, and I just work with the guy.
But from what I've heard, yeah, he's good at talking himself out of situations, I guess.
What's his name?
I'm not saying it. We've thought about hanging out with like it was
Please
a
bring him on the podcast.
he's actually super into
You
it.
told me he wants to come on.
He's so
badly
good. He's
want
the dude,
him
he's
to
the
come
dude
on.
who like just talks. The stories he gives, like you hear people give war stories because he was in the army.
Yeah.
And like you hear him talk about like the struggle and like the fear of death and all that stuff. And he thought it was so much fun. like he had a lady shoot a rocket launcher at him. And then I think what it was I think I asked him, I was like, have you killed someone? He was like, fuck you. I don't know what the question was. I think it was like, if you actually like shot people, because like, you know, when someone says they served, they could have been like a secretary the whole time. You don't know like how far they actually went. I was like, if you ever like shot actual people? And he was like, oh fuck yeah. I was like, how'd you feel? Did you feel bad? He was like, fuck no, the bitch shot an RPG at me. And I was like, holy shit. Apparently this poor girl didn't know. I say that like she wasn't like attacking people, but off topic. And also maybe not right. I don't know. I'm turning into Julian. Don't come at me, okay?
No, you got it, Zach. Some people could still come at you from the angle of that you
Jesus
are
Christ.
pro-liberation, but not
Jesus.
pro-sexist violence for liberation. So
hell.
you should make that distinction.
But she just didn't know what she was doing, and she shot it and just. And he was like, "You motherfucker!" And so he stormed the building, and apparently he says he shot her in the ass 3 times. And it's a very entertaining story. But entertaining from like
That's like when people. That's the same type of guy who's like who doesn't believe in male privilege. Men get shot in the head. You're not gonna like shoot a man in the ass for fun
I think
because you're in the military.
I think she
okay?
was like aiming the rocket launcher out a window, and then he snuck up
How was
behind
she
her.
aiming the rocket launcher like this? Like
No. She was shooting it that way at people where he was.
okay.
He ran around and then.
I love when I can do that in Call of Duty. Yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
Call of Duty gets so much money from the U.S. military.
Right, Megan told me about that.
Yeah,
like
because
the
they
Transformers movie got funded by the U.S. or U.S. military because it makes
the
them
good
look
guys
cool.
in it the whole
Yeah,
time.
that's crazy. I never
Who
knew
always
that.
steps up to defend Earth when times are tough.
It's very interesting. I never thought about stuff like that.
Yesterday was Veterans Day.
Shout
Fuck
out,
up. No, I'm
shout out to all the
Don't.
veterans that.
Don't.
Yeah, you're just like Megan, look at me. It's like free college. There's like 3 types of people in the military.
All right, we have a veteran here. So
We do.
yeah, fuck him. No,
I'm telling you.
I'm like Zack with Levy's religion. I'm just like, yeah, I'll say whatever I want.
There's 3 types of people in the military. There's people that are desperate.
Yeah.
There's people that are okay. There's people that are desperate. There's people that are hungry for power, and then there's people that are delusional.
Yeah.
And it's either that you're doing it out of a sense of pride because you think that that it's honorable, that everything you're doing is for God and country, right? You're desperate. You need to get out of like some shitty situation / who the fuck can pay for college, and then if you work there for 20 years, you at least for sure get a decent retirement plan compared to a lot of options that people have.
And you get mortgage
Or
benefits,
you
and
like
get to
attacking people. You like attacking people, and you want to get some kind of prestige.
You're like,
to
I make
maybe become a
$50K
politician.
a year, but I don't have to pay rent. And then it's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, but you have to kill people. Well, it's like, oh.
I get to kill people. Big
And
difference.
some people's like, oh, you have to kill people. It's like, oh.
I think my coworkers.
I hate paying for college, so I guess I'll kill a couple people. And there's some guys who's like, yeah, what'd you say about college? Fuck that, whatever, I want to kill people.
I think my coworkers' exact words on Veterans Day were, you don't have to thank me, man. I got paid to play Modern Warfare for free, or I got paid to play real life Modern Warfare for a few years. I was like, Jesus. Oh, I almost just said his name. I said, Jesus, Baudo, calm down.
Jesus, book of the Bep.
Yeah, Boca de Pepe. This was a really like this game is just really nice for flowing conversations. We didn't like this was a better version of that
It's
shitty
like-
box we used to use.
It's like this is a much better version of that shitty
Yeah.
box that we used to because it's designed to prompt good conversation.
It's designed to make a man seem intelligent enough that you would then fuck him.
So my coworkers will ask me like, "What do you like? You got any fun plans after work?" And I say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to film a podcast." And then they say,
You never mistake
You
number
just-
one,
you-
Julian. You never admit
"You
to
never
filming a
admit it.
podcast.
You say that I'm a stand-up, and then you're a stand-up who does absolutely no work ever. Is never vulnerable to any of their coworkers. I told my manager what it was called, but they just do you think you
Hey
remember?
dog, subscribers are subscribers.
Subscribers are
Coworkers
subscribers.
subscribe.
You know, hold on. That's not what you told me. Because that's the wording you used last time, and I cringed, Megan. You do not make people subscribe. If you bring it up and then they do it on their
They
own.
do it on their own.
Okay, that's a big difference.
They want to see you eat a pumpkin.
There's a big difference. Okay,
They're
I'm working on it. It's very
I
time
think I
consuming.
told the wrong coworker today because he's like, "Oh, what kind of stuff do you do?" So it's mostly talk. It's mostly just like any other show. We just recently filmed this one episode.
Wait, was that real?
Where that was fake. Where my friend so me and my other friends were all playing like classic Halloween characters like Dracula and a werewolf, and then my best friend, he's trying to eat an entire pumpkin while we torment him.
You can't tell
as
me that
those
that doesn't
characters.
sound lit as fuck. That sounds like an awesome video.
Bro, you should ask my coworkers why none of them said that. Because a great time to say
Probably
that was
because
an
you
awesome
said it like that. You want to know? I've gotten so good at selling the Willy Wonka video.
No, that's fair. That's fair. It's
It's all about the way you fucking present it. The way, dude, I've
It's
told.
not would you like to watch my podcast? It's you would enjoy watching my podcast.
That's
even
a
though
little too
hard to say.
specific. Dog, I was just about to lead us off. You just poured yourself a shot for one for the road. All right, Julian. I think. What episode is this? 14?
We're not wearing costumes.
What?
It's too late.
What?
I was thinking about how our plan.
That's not for Halloween. That's for Poo Crafter.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's completely unrelated.
No,
That's
why.
why. We got the Poo Crafter.
Oh yeah,
A bet made is a bet paid, bitch. You're on the wall.
You're on the wall.
Congratulations. By the way, I have your other email. I'm busy. I'm editing things. I can't. Well, the email deserves effort, of which I do not have time to make right now. So, email received, you're appreciated. It's gonna take me a minute.
That's like when we're talking. That's like when a YouTuber who is successful is talking to their fans. Like, hey guys, I know I tweeted this out. It's gonna be an extra week, and then it's just us talking to Poo Crafter about like an interpersonal one-on-one conversation that we had via email.
It wasn't even okay. He just sent me another. He's basically fucking with us, but he sent me another photo. But I told
It's
him,
Levy.
dude, it's fucking better not.
Zach will kill you, Levy. It's
Levy,
not you.
if I find out it's you, I'm gonna be so upset. I'm pretty sure it's not Levy anymore.
Well,
But
I can't tell you at this point, can I?
you can tell me it's not you. Levy, tell me if it's you right now. Levy, tell me and I won't be mad. Tell me and I won't be mad.
It's
You have 10 seconds
to what?
to tell me it's you.
Consequence-free to
Consequence
tell
free.
him if it is you. Otherwise, there will be consequences. Is what I'm hearing.
Okay, so what I love about this
It's not him.
suspense that
It's
I'm
not
having
him.
Is that Poo Crafter is the only one who knows for sure what I'm about to say.
Oh, that it's not you.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
It's
Good.
like when you're playing Clue and you have your own card. Anyway, it's not me, fuckers.
I don't remember how to play Clue, but either way, I was gonna 14. I don't know. I think it's 14. I think it's definitely 14. I make the thumbnails. I remember. Yeah. That's episode 4. I think we should let's keep these cards aside. This is just good like fodder.
This is just
It's
a
really
really,
good fodder.
good default show up and do it.
Yeah, it's very nice. I like this a lot.
Yeah.
We got off topic a lot, which is good because it removes it from the game being important and more of just fun conversation.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. But cool. Do
I
you want
agree
to
with
do
that.
something
I think
silly
it's a
than the
good
candles
topic.
will squish you?
Don't stop, we go straight to the top. Don't stop, we go straight and we all going together.